Again, welcome everybody. We really are very happy you being able to join us, and we look forward to really the next few days where you will get something out of these meetings, and we will certainly get something out of our meetings with you. So let me just begin by saying that even though this agenda book is like a Bible to you, we, the management, reserve the right to change. Okay? And it's really important because we're all about feedback and adaptiveness, so please feedback. And in fact, my understanding is that one of these sessions, not this one, of course, yet, but in the early ones, they actually changed all what happened on Tuesday because of the feedback on Monday. I'm not guaranteeing you that, but that could happen too, right? So, but anyway, please provide us your feedback. I mean, we'll try to formally get it from you every so often, but even if you don't have a form that you fill out, we'll eventually introduce you to committee members. In fact, I think they're in your book anyway. And then feedback to any one of us, okay, and we'll get back. So let me, one of the changes, talking about that we're changing the order a little bit, is I'll come back and give you my remarks after I introduce and after Dr. Dan Mote, who's the president of NAE, gives his remarks. So Dan, as you know, and you've read this thing, right? You're going to be tested on it, okay? So you must have read it. But anyway, he's had a very distinguished career as a mechanical engineer, as a department chair, vice chancellor at Berkeley, and president at University of Maryland, and now the president of the NAE. Welcome, Dan.
Well, Jim, thank you very much for that very generous invitation and welcome to here. I know he said I had a great career in engineering. I'm thinking, I think a lot of people probably think that, as a matter of fact. Well, anyway, I like to think I'm still an engineer. You know, it's what you call yourself, of course, is up to you. As a matter of fact, and the difference between engineering and engineer is very significant. You know, engineering is actually what you do, and engineer is what you call yourself. And in fact, they're not the same thing, as a matter of fact. A lot of people do engineering who don't call themselves engineers. In fact, over 25% of the members of the National Academy of Engineering have no degrees in engineering. In fact, some have no degrees at all, as a matter of fact, because you get elected to the academy by what you have done, not by what you call yourself. And one of our big problems in engineering, by the way, is just that issue. When so many people, in fact, do engineering who don't call themselves engineers. NASA, for example, is filled with engineers, but you never hear the word engineering from NASA. DOE, same thing. So this is I won't get on this hobby horse, by the way. This is a little bit off agenda, but it is an important issue that you all need to think about. We need to reintroduce the word engineering into the lexicon of the United States. It's almost disappeared. In fact, when you hear engineering mentioned on television, you're shocked. You run into the next room to see what they're talking about. It happens so rarely. Technology has replaced engineering in the lexicon, and technology, of course, means nothing. You know, it's a skill or it's an outcome of some kind. You don't really transmit any information except some idea with technology. So it's science and technology, science and innovation, but engineering word is pretty empty. Even STEM, the engineering word doesn't get mentioned in there. It's like kind of E is silent in STEM, as a matter of fact. Okay. Well, I'd like to thank Jim and Daryl, the co-chairs for this FOEE program, and their committee for putting this program together. It's not a small job, by the way. They work hard on this, and they try to create the right engaging circumstance for you that you will essentially get great interaction with each other. You'll learn from each other. You'll create a camaraderie with yourselves as engineering educators, the forefront and future of engineering education, and that your Rolodex will get at least 5 or 6 names in it before you leave this meeting of people you're going to want to work with subsequently, because your community, the connection, the resonance you have with each other is going to be very, very critical going forward for the country, not just for you or your university. It's a very big issue. Now let me just say a couple of things about the Academy. I think you all probably have some curiosity about the Academy. First of all, its mission. The Academy actually doesn't do anything, okay, first of all. The Academy is advisory. This is its 50th birthday. It was born on December the 5th, 1964. And it was on a fracture by internal friction, basically. It was part of the National Academy of Sciences, and because engineering was also silent in 1964, the industry, especially through the Engineers Joint Council, wanted to create an engineering academy. After a number of years of back and forth, the National Academy of Engineering was founded under the same construct of the National Academy of Sciences in the Academy's building. So it became an independent academy under the same ARC construct of the National Academy of Sciences. So it's 50 years old. The NAS is about 150 years old. The construct was created by Abraham Lincoln in 1863. Honest Abe was not happy with the lack of honesty he was getting from government or industry at the time, and didn't know who he could trust to tell him anything about science, and in fact knowledge in general, I would say, not just science, but knowledge in general. It was science and arts was everything from the mind, and science was everything that was here, whether people are here or not. That's the way it was then. Not bad ideas, by the way. So Lincoln created this idea, which is singular in the United States. No other country on the planet has adopted this idea. So government created these academies, basically. It's now science, medicine, and engineering. Created these academies to advise government. They're basically advisory to government, and they are not funded by government directly. So government creates it to advise government, but government will not fund it. So Lincoln did not want it funded by government because it would be corrupted like the rest of government. If that happened, it would be part of government, as are all other academies on the planet. So that's the mission is really an advisory mission. The Academy derives all of its value from two issues. All of the Academy, sciences, engineering, medicine, there's two issues, both for the members and for the public. There are two issues that determine it. One is it has tremendous convening power. The academies can bring in the best talents on almost any topic just by asking them to come. I mean, it's an incredible power, actually. This just doesn't exist for other organizations. Talented people will come to assume these advisory roles for no pay, by the way, where they wouldn't do it for pay from other organizations. They wouldn't have time for it. So this convening power is tremendous. And the second quality that's so important for the academies is the credibility of its reports. When it puts out consensus studies or reports, they're thoroughly reviewed, they're referenced, they're fact-based, all the kind of inflammatory language is taken out of them. They're somewhat boring to read in that regard. They don't skewer your neighbor and things like that. But they're just, they just are advisory. And they have recommendations, but it's not inflammatory, and people on all sides of an issue can take them as the base of understanding of what's going on in this topic. So that's what the mission is and what they do. The membership of the Academy is all elected. People who are nominated are not supposed to know they're nominated, by the way, but members can nominate people for membership, others for membership. Members are references for these nominees as well, and the membership elects new members. There are about 2,000 members of the Academy, as sciences and engineering both. About a couple of hundred foreign members for the NAE and about 400 foreign members for the NAS. And so and about 67 or so people are elected every year. So it's a rather small body across all of engineering activities in the country. So that's the way the Academy is put together. And then they take on various advisory roles and topics from let's say the grand challenges, for example, is a very hot topic these days for the Academy, and it's also uses its convening power very well. For example, in the grand challenges, Engineer Girl, this is the hottest website at Google. If you Google the words engineering and girl, you'll come up with Engineer Girl right away. Get 43,000 hits a month there. It's a program really to connect middle school girls with professional engineering women. And they have kind of cyber interchanges. How much do you make, and what's it like being an engineer, and the good news and the bad news and all that. They have this back and forth, which is very popular. There's about 120 middle school girls are consultants to this website. they look at the website, say, yeah, do that, don't do that, do that, don't do that, and so forth. So the website is constantly being morphed so that it's attractive to young women in that age group as well. Very, very successful. There's a very important ethics center, for example, in the academies. Engineering ethics and ethics in society and ethical issues are so important these days that we have there. And so there are a number of programs like that on manufacturing and 3D printing and international programs growing very rapidly, joint academy programs with China, with Royal Academy of Engineering in the UK and so forth. So the global picture is increasing strongly for the Academy as well. This must be my stockbroker. Sell. Sorry, not doing so well right now, you know. Okay, so basically, we also had one program. I just want to show you one thing. This last year was as I say, we had a big 50th celebration, and in this celebration, we had a video contest. And this was an international video contest where we looked for a 1 to 2 minute video that would project, in whatever way the artist wanted to do, project the value proposition for engineering. Engineering providing solutions for people and society. I mean, that's what engineering does. It creates solutions of problems of people and society. And that idea of what engineering is just not known in our country. In fact, if you could use that in your classes for a lot of the time, I'd really appreciate it, because it's time for people to understand what engineering is. They just don't drive trains and things like that. I mean, in fact, the public doesn't understand that engineering is connected to people at all. So we wanted to use this video. So we had classifications from middle school, high school, university members, the general public. And then we had a video contest, and I have 3 of the videos to show you. The whole thing will take about 5 minutes, all 3 of them. The first one I'll show you will be the grand prize winner. Came from South Africa. It was a $25,000 prize. Then the second one is actually an honorable mention, and it was from a graduate student in bioengineering from the University of Michigan. And then the third video we'll show you is from a 9th grade student about the value proposition for engineering as well. So this will give you an idea. By the way, you can have these videos to show in your classes, and there are a number of these videos that you could have as well if you like them. So if you would roll the videos now and let these young people just see these, because I think you'll find them interesting.
We want to talk about something special, something that gets us from A to B, something that takes us faster, higher, further, and brings us closer together. It builds the highways we drive and the ones we surf, saves us time, and helps us pass it. It's about making sure, making waves, and making friends. Not exactly rocket science, but it can be. 1 small step, 2 high-speed particles, 3 dimensions. It's saving a life or creating a new one and finding our way, whether mapping the stars or mapping ourselves. It takes creativity, curiosity. It's about working together, fixing it if it's broken, or even if it's not. Impossible problems, lots of coffee, sleepless nights. Then, finally, that moment of clarity. And one day, a cure for cancer, clean global water, sustainable food, free energy. It's getting us from where we are to where we want to be. It's called engineering, and it's amazing. The National Academy of Engineering is celebrating 50 years of fellowship, excellence, and innovation. We'd like you to join us.
So that was the grand prize winner. This is the honorable mention.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
Keen minds will be needed with the best possible college education. But you know what we can really use is some more scientists and some more engineers who are building and making things.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
I'm sorry you couldn't hear it better. The acoustics wasn't very good on this replay, but this
We
is
are
middle
human
school.
beings, and we hold a power that is greater than no other. Imagination. We have the ability to create anything our heart desires, for our ideas are endless. Looking back from 1964 to now, it's amazing how far we've come. In 1969, mankind set foot on the moon and launched a new age of discovery. From cell phones invented in 1973 to laptops in 1981, we have broadened our field of communication, giving us instantaneous access to information by the touch of our finger. Inventions such as the kidney dialysis machine, artificial heart, and other medical technologies are helping mankind to extend the life of a person. Now I want you to close your eyes and think. No matter what age you are, everyone is an engineer. With this world full of bright minds, there is no boundary to what we can accomplish in the next 50 years. By 2064, I would like to imagine a world where we can efficiently create and store energy by mimicking the photosynthesis process in plants. Imagine a world where you can order organs tailored for you. We could even have a colony on the moon, or perhaps even Mars. Engineering, creating what was once only imaginable.
So she's ninth grade student, by the way. So you see there is hope. Now, one of the reasons for me showing you this, and by the way, you can have these videos and others if you find it all useful. We are having an extended video contest. This is that was called the Engineering for You contest. This is Engineering for You 2, or again, and it's the same idea except focusing on solutions to the grand challenges, the 14 NAE grand challenges. So it'll be a 1 to 2 minute video on the best idea of what it would look like for solutions to any or all and any combination of the 14 grand challenges. So if any of your students are interested in this competition will start in January, and there'll be a 2-month period, January, February, for when the submissions of the videos will go forward. There'll be, of course, $25,000 grand prize winner again. There'll be $5,000 prize for each of the categories as well. And so we want to get more and more students thinking about the engineering solutions for people in society. In this case, it'll be on the grand challenge problems in any combination. So that's a little promo for this. Now, let me go back to the agenda now. Why did we create this Frontiers of Engineering Education? The planet is absolutely crazy about talent. Every country on the planet is in search of talent, whether you're talking about China, Singapore, Taiwan, South Korea, Japan. Everybody wants talent. India wants talent, US wants talent, and they want talent in engineering. And this is a huge issue. And you are about generating talent in engineering. You are the educators. You are the prime people who are developing the knowledge and the forefront of engineering education. And you're the ones that are going to assist the development of this talent. And you and your colleagues are going to do that. So that's what we're really looking for from this program. That is, if talent is so critical to the planet, essentially every country, if it's so critical, we need to focus on the preparation of this talent to help this talent get to the levels that we seek. So the Frontiers of Engineering Education was created for that purpose, bringing in exceptional people who are thinking about how to improve the educational processes, i.e. how to develop this talent most effectively, who can form a community with each other, who can take their ideas that are generated by them and by others around them back to their universities, bring their universities along. Sometimes universities are not quite as, shall we say, absorbent of some of these ideas as they should be right away. It takes some time, it takes patience, it takes continuous pressure and vision. That you have to have time and you have to have determination in making changes in universities. But having your community helps a lot, and then ultimately leading to meetings and leading to the development of the activities. So that's the key point of this society, for this organization, for this group. You're going to develop a community among yourselves, and I really appreciate very much your taking the time to come to this. I congratulate you on being selected for this opportunity, because I can assure you that many people have been were nominated and recommended as candidates for this. But you have demonstrated you have the willingness, and not only that, the commitment to do this. And so this also provides an opportunity for you to make connections with others that you can carry forward in your work together. So with that, I'll turn the podium back to Jim, and thank you very much for your attention. I appreciate it quite a lot.